Well, it's time to get your plant and garden questions answered live.
The number to call, 270-9933. Lisa Briggs is on the patio. You ready to take some calls, Lisa?
I am, and no calls about corals. Please. I don't know anything about them.
Coral bells, maybe.
Yeah,
Coral bells,
exactly.
maybe. There you go.
We'll start with Bob in Fitchburg. Hi, Bob. What's your question?
Bob, you there? Going once, going twice.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you
there he
are
is.
there. There you are.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
We looked it up on the internet, and it's like a poke plant. And it's supposed to be poisonous. It almost looks like it's got these red berries on and so forth and so forth.
Oh,
like
pokeweed.
Yeah, what goes on with that stuff?
Well, it is an invasive plant. It has a lot of berries. Poisonous if you eat it, but it's not a contact rash. But I would go ahead and take it out. You can cut it back. Sometimes it'll get kind of woody. So
Yeah.
cut it back close to the ground and then get some brush kill and a styrofoam brush or a foam brush and spread that pesticide right on those fresh cuts so that it takes the chemical into the roots and kills it off.
Okay. Thank you so much. While I have you on the phone, can I ask you one more question? I have a raspberry patch. Now, do I have to cut the old canes down every year?
When did your raspberry have fruit?
This year.
So, but in the summer, like it's already done, or it's fruiting now?
It is done.
It is done. So you want to cut out the canes that had fruit.
Okay.
And the ones that just have leaves, you want to leave those. Those are for fruit next year.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Let's go to Carol in Middleton. Hi, Carol. What's your question?
Yeah, I have a rather large peony garden. I have beautiful peonies, but I'm noticing some black spots on all the leaves of the peonies. I'm wondering what that is and if I should cut them back.
It's probably botrytis, which is one of the fungal diseases that peonies get pretty commonly. That and powdery mildew is the other one. I would wait till like the end of the month or the middle part of September, and then you can go ahead and cut them back to the ground. But bag that up and get rid of it. Don't put that in your compost pile or leave it hanging around for next spring. And then I would preventatively spray after the peonies are done blooming with a good fungicide, so you can control it preemptively.
All right, very good. Let's go to Ray in Cambridge. Hi, Ray. What's your question?
I have a potted palm plant in my house, and the ends of the leaves are turning brown, and I can't stop it.
Okay. Well, it could be it could be a watering issue, either too much or too little. It's hard to say without seeing it. It could also be, if you've had it for a long time, it might need to be repotted, which would exacerbate any water issues. So if you pick it up and look on the bottom or take it out of the pot very slightly, if you see a lot of roots right at the edge of the root mass, then it needs to be repotted. Pick a pot that's about an inch bigger all around and maybe 2 inches deeper, and then repot. There's still time to do that, but I would do it soon.
Okay. Let's go to Phyllis in Fitchburg. Hi, Phyllis.
Hello.
What's your question?
I have a Chinese lilac out in the yard, and my sister gave it to me, and ever since I've got it, it has never bloomed, and we give it the spikes,
Fertilizer?
and it still hasn't bloomed, and I was wondering if there was some kind of fertilizer that I could give it to make it bloom.
Okay, so there are generally 3 reasons why lilacs don't bloom. Number 1, they need full sun, so at least 6 to 8 hours of full sun every day during the growing season. The second one is that we over-fertilize. Lilacs do not respond well to fertilizing as far as flowers are concerned. It just gives you a lot of green growth. And the third issue is improper pruning time. So when you want to prune that lilac is as soon as it's done flowering. If you prune it past the end of June or mid-July, you're cutting off next year's flowers. So if you haven't pruned yet, leave it alone. Stop putting the spikes in there, and you should have flowers next year.
Okay, because we've only put the spikes in there like every 2 months or so.
That's way too much. Stop fertilizing
Way too much?
it.
Okay.
Okay. Don't kill it with kindness, right? The old expression?
The prettiest ones you see are in churchyards where nobody pays any attention to them.
That's right, absolutely. All right, we're out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Lisa, thanks for coming out today.
Thanks,
You're
Lisa.
very
Great
welcome.
to see you.
My pleasure.
We'll be right back.